Hi everyone and welcome to this edition of the Racing One Report, where we bring you up to speed on the entire world of motorsports. I'm Pete Pistone. Kurt Busch is off to a great start in 2009, carrying over the momentum of his impressive 2008 finish. He went to victory lane a couple of weeks ago in the Cobalt Tools 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and now he heads to Bristol Motor Speedway on Sunday for the Food City 500, a track where he has 5 career Sprint Cup wins. And joining us now is the driver of the Miller Lite Dodge, Kurt Busch. And Kurt, you've had some great success at Bristol over the years, but that racetrack has changed when they resurfaced it a few years ago. How does that affect you and drivers' approach going into this weekend's race?
You know, that's a great question, because I haven't had the success since they have resurfaced it. And I believe it's the fact that it's not so cut and dry anymore. You had to race the bottom. You had to be on the bottom, and that's where you had to get your car to set up and work well. Now you can roam around anywhere on that racetrack. It still has some small things that are Bristol, but yet it's not as tough and it's not as mean as it used to be. And so maybe I just need to relax a little bit more on the driving style there.
Some changes at Penske Racing this year. You have a new teammate in David Stremme. How is it working with David Stremme and with Sam Hornish Jr. back as well? Give us your outlook for the entire Penske Racing operation here in 2009.
Having David Stremme come in has been probably the best guy in the garage we could have found. He knows that he wants to use this second opportunity to go to the top echelon of the sport, and what better team to do it with than Penske. Sam Hornish Jr. is now into his second year, and I think that team communication between him, Sam, and Stremme, and myself, everybody's doing a better job, and that's making all of Penske stronger.
Well, like me, you are a big Chicago Cubs fan, and you and I have had a chance to talk some Cubs baseball before. We're only 3 weeks away from the start of the season. What's Kurt Busch's outlook for the 2009 Chicago Cubs?
I'm definitely feeling better about years past. Knowing last year we all were so let down, I almost felt suicidal with the way that the season ended. And so now I'm looking forward to maybe just winning a playoff series, whether it's the NLCS or the NLDS, to get to the World Series. I think we now can just relax a little bit, knowing they're doing the proper things to making themselves more of a challenger up there, and especially the NL Central, how many good teams there are.
Well, I hope you're right. Kurt, thanks for taking time and being with us today, and good luck this weekend in Bristol.
Thank you.
Kurt Busch, the driver of the Miller Lite Dodge, joining us here on the Racing One Report. Well, as we head to Bristol, let's open up the Racing One Notebook. Some odds and ends before we go racing in Thunder Valley, and our first news item comes from Formula One racing. A new way to determine the Formula One champion will be put into play in 2009. It'll no longer be based on a point system. The driver who accumulates the most wins will be the Formula One champion, with points used for tiebreakers, and that does go into effect when the F1 season kicks off at the end of this month. The Saturday night special is getting a lot of play at Bristol Motor Speedway on Saturday after the Nationwide Series Scott's Turf Builder 300, a 35-lap main event for some of NASCAR's legendary drivers in late model stock cars. Cale Yarborough will be in this race, Harry Gant, Terry Labonte, Sterling Marlin, also some celebrity partners as well. Should be a lot of fun, and of course we'll have a complete report here at RacingOne.com. Also, the Space Shuttle Discovery launched this past week with a racing flavor attached to this time's mission. The Space Shuttle Discovery launched and brought some racing-related material with them, including a black and white checkered bear from the Victory Junction Gang Camp and the green flag that'll start the 2009 IndyCar Series season. When that mission wraps up, astronaut Tony Antonelli will be a guest of Michael Andretti at the season opener for the Indy Racing League in St. Petersburg, Florida, on Sunday, April the 5th. That'll do it for this edition of the Racing One Report. Of course, keep it right here at RacingOne.com 24/7 for all your racing news and needs. And of course, we'll have Bristol Motor Speedway covered for you this weekend. Also, if you're looking for tickets for any race on the NASCAR schedule, whether it be Sprint Cup Series, Nationwide, or the Camping World Truck Series, racetickets.com is all you need. Just go there for all your ticketing needs. Appreciate you watching. Stick it right here at RacingOne.com. That'll do it for this edition of the Racing One Report. This is Pete Pistone reporting.